Easter eggs can be found in a lot of video games and can show up at any time, unexpectedly, like a fun little surprising pop-up notification of enjoyment. Pokemon games can be known to bring in certain secrets or moments that refer to other versions of their own games, but even be seen dropping lines or characters that are made as surprising mentions of other forms of media that you've seen elsewhere and are hidden in subtle ways for you to have a hearty chuckle when you see them pop up. They could even be such a vague reference that you might not get why it seems so random at first until 3 weeks later when you're watching some compilations of old movies and learn these games had some big Easter eggs. We jump into the Isle of Armor and find all the Easter eggs and secrets they're hiding away in this expansion, and possibly finding some hints towards new things Pokemon will be bringing us and are alluding to for new upcoming games. Join us on the hunt as we list out all of the Easter eggs and secrets in Pokemon's Sword and Shield expansion. Hope you enjoy. Before we get into it, today's video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. While I was researching Pokemon for today's topic, I accidentally had to dig way too deep into Google Images again. Luckily, thanks to ExpressVPN, my ISP won't know it was me who had to witness any of that and won't be able to make any subtle remarks about those when I end up calling them. ExpressVPN offers layers of protection to prevent others from being able to see your searches or what sites you visit, encrypting 100% of your data that's being transferred and your information so you don't have to worry and can stay safe while being anonymous. VPNs create a secure tunnel between your devices and the internet, protecting any sensitive information from hackers and anyone trying to sell your data. It even allows you to change your location and access exclusive content in other regions that aren't available in yours. I found out with ExpressVPN that I can watch even more shows on streaming services, like Steins Gate and Rick and Morty, which isn't available in my region, but by switching my location to the UK, I can watch both of those shows on Netflix thanks to ExpressVPN. Head over to expressvpn.com/JethroTex to get your subscription and find out how you can get 3 months free from the fastest VPN there is by clicking this link in the description below. This Easter egg centers around Mustard, since he can be found in the room of the Crayomatic playing Pokemon Quest with his Nintendo Switch on the TV, even holding those Joy-Cons so you know he's getting into it. He's entranced with the game and will get mad at you if you stay in front of the TV and will force you to move. This actually isn't the first time the Pokemon Quest game is referenced in Sword and Shield, as you can unlock the Tumble Cube background for your League card if you have Pokemon Quest save data on your console. If you do like Pokemon Quest, however, this is a nice nod to its players, as well as a fun little segment to see the old guy sitting on the sofa just playing video games that are of Pokemon. Even though he can go outside and play that in real life. It's Pokemon Quest too, that's his career. Who just plays video games with their job? Did you know that every gym leader in the Galar region has an Easter egg on their uniforms? The numbers assigned to each Sword and Shield gym leader actually has their own meaning. Using hiragana, a phonetic lettering system, we can see a little nod to each gym leader's type on their numbers. As an example, Milo's number is 831, which can be read as wordplay for yasai, meaning vegetables. Gym leaders aren't the only ones with hidden meanings on their numbers, as your 3 rivals from the main game also have a nod to their personalities, like Hop's 189, Hyaku, meaning leaping. The Isle of Armor didn't forget about this trend either, as they snuck in those Easter eggs to give meaning to Avery and Clara's numbers. Avery's uniform uses the number 026, which refers to Otsumo, meaning brain, fitting since he's a psychic type user. While Clara's 881, Yabai, translates to dangerous, as any poison or toxic related thing should be, as well as a very apt word for posting this on a site with comments. This is a cool little detail that Game Freak added in while creating these characters for us to figure out, hiding meanings behind the numbers, and personalizing them for each character. Next on this list is an Easter egg that comes straight from a favorite character in the Isle of Armor, as this character gives us a hint to where the Galar region might be located in the Pokemon world and allows you to unlock some special events. The DLC introduced us to Honey, Mustard's wife. She's in charge of running and maintaining the Master Dojo, so her husband can do the teaching. After you complete the first 3 challenges, Honey will ask you to help her out upgrading the dojo by donating some of your watts. And she definitely wants a lot of watts, as the upgrades get higher and higher all the way up to 3,280,000. When you hit that 1 million asking price, however, and pay it, Honey will call the Pokemon League trying to get a champion from another region to come to the dojo and have an exhibition battle with you, but the request is denied because Galar is a bit too far. We have no idea which champion she was trying to get to Galar, but there is speculation of it possibly being Lance or Cynthia as new Diamond and Pearl remakes, as well as Let's Go to Johto are the most speculated new games that could pop up, But one thing is for sure, it could not have been Kalos, since the inspiration between their regions are right next to each other, and you can find an NPC on Galar that tells you they are swimming experts who can swim all the way to the Kalos region. Maybe they're just good swimmers though and can get anywhere. After paying that 1 million watts, you unlock a battle with her instead, since the champions can't make it there. She has a nicely well-rounded team that can go up to level 75, and even has a Gigantamax starter opposite to the one that you picked. You do also get to see her interact with a random provoking passerby before your battle begins, and turns out Honeycomb was a misleading title. No real hints on who the champion could be, but the old champion region reference, and battle you get with Honey, to spotlight another Gen 1 starter in a special battle, is a fun treat to unlock. Continuing off that last segment with Honey, there are a few secret unlockables you're able to obtain in the game. The League Cards is a new feature introduced in Sword and Shield that gives us a look into the lore behind each of the main characters from the Galar region. The Isle of Armor introduces a handful of new characters that also have League Cards. Master Mustard has a rare League card that you get from defeating him, which features him 50 years ago when he was a wee lad as the Galar's champion. It's a nice vintage image showing him in a Pokemon Stadium with a Leon cape, and the number 0 as his number. The back of the card also informs us about how he decided to retire and develop that obsession with video games. Claire's and Avery's rare League cards that you get from them shows them training in order to become stronger, with their Galarian Slowbro watching over them in a playful tone. The main focus is the back of their cards that explains how they came to know about the dojo. Claire was trained to become a poison-type gym leader, but she gave up after 2 days because it was harder than she expected. She then saw an ad for the dojo and decided to apply. Would have been a perfect fairy-type trainer. Avery was a gym trainer in a psychic gym, but after he was defeated he would levitate his opponents and throw tantrums, getting his status revoked. He came to the Isle of Armor after his Slowbro found a flyer. For the rarest card there is with that 3.2 million watt purchase, Honey will go on a walk with you through the Fields of Honor and give you a League card, which is the only League card that shows a trainer next to legendary Pokemon, as she has both Urshifu's Honor card, making it the rarest one to collect. There's a little hidden feature that allows you to have the option to cancel your Pokemon following you. This secret can be found in the dojo if you just walk over to the kid wearing a Pikachu suit with the Pikachu as they both stand in front of their food bowls. You can talk to him and he'll ask you if you like having your Pokemon following you, and if you don't want your Pokemon behind you at all times, or your leading Pokemon is one of those slow walkers and disappears after you take 5 steps, you can have him turn off that feature and allow you to walk by yourself. This could also be a possible reference to bring back the National Dex, as they tried to cancel people walking behind Game Freak. In Max Raids, you can actually have Claire and Avery pop up on your teams when battling against giant Pokemon. It's nice to see them included in this, allowing you to be alongside your new rivals in an all-out quest for new Pokemon. They are a random occurrence, so it's like a shiny Pokemon popping up in the mix of trainers you can get on your team in Max Raids, but definitely not as low of a chance to see these two as shiny Pokemon. Their Slowbros are also featured alongside them being sent out, and you can see their signature Pokemon helping you take down and capture the raid boss. One thing to do in the Isle of Armor is completing the entire Pokedex, but what do you get for capturing all the Pokemon available there? Well, when you do that, you can go back to the train station and talk to the lady at the start of the Isle who gave you the expanded version update to your Pokedex, and after showing her you've gotten everything, she will give you a nice diploma, certifying you as an accomplished Pokemon master and celebrating you as a trainer. You're also given a little achievement sticker to your League card, an original style replica gold crown, and finally, the Mark Charm. That'll increase your chances to encounter any marked Pokemon in the wild. Looks like it's time to complete the expanded Isle of Armor Pokedex, Marked Edition. The gold crown, although it is just a replica, so basically gemmed, is a nice addition that you can wear and sport to show off all the Pokemon you caught. Speaking of clothes though, at the train station, you'll also find a guy who doesn't have enough money to buy a train ticket and will offer you some clothes that he has in exchange for some money to buy that ticket. If you do give him the money, you can unlock some more secret clothing attire to go with your crown. You get a chill hoodie, pattern tights, a casual tee, and a sports cap that you might have to throw in the closet for the crown. But overall, it's a nice hidden array of clothing items that you can unlock. Finally, the Isle introduces us to a miniature side quest of collecting a Alolan Diglettz as a literal Easter egg hunt. You have to go to every location in the Isle of Armor and find them popping their heads out of the ground to add to your checklist. The man you talk to says they all ran away and are roaming in hidden locations throughout the Isle, hoping that you can get them back to him. There are a total of 150 Diglettz to find after you bring in the first, that you don't have to capture and just click on, and allow you to unlock more hidden rewards. Those rewards being actual Pokemon for you to own. Depending on the number of Diglettz you found, you can talk to the man and he'll give you a Pokemon. You can see all the rewards here. Most of these are form-based Pokemon, and are some nice ones for you to have. 40 Diglettz gets you a Alolan Raichu, 50 Diglettz gives you a Alolan Marowak, 100 Diglettz can get you one of the Alolan starters that has the same type as the Gen 8 starter that you chose at the beginning of Sword and Shield, and all 150 collected Diglettz gets you another Diglett. 151 Diglettz in the Isle of Armor is a nice reference to Generation 1, but you do also only get one Diglett for collecting 150 Diglettz. You know, I could have just at any point kept one for myself. The optimal play is to just collect 100 Diglettz, get the Alolan starter, and the next one you find, just keep it to yourself to save you from having to find 49 more. Also, that's 50 total Diglettz for just one. Of course, this NPC might be sad about that, so we'll get all 150 just to make him happy, and collect our rewarded Alolan Diglett after the long Easter egg hunt for them all.